Hey everyone, my name is Sam and thanks for checking out this video. Make sure to hit the subscribe button down below, hit the bell notification, and give the video a thumbs up. As always, I want to talk about the books that I read this week because we've been having a chaotic couple weeks of work and I'm working a second job now. I didn't read a ton this week, but I did finish 2 books. They are both rereads, but I did finish them. So the first book that I read this week was These Vicious Masks by Kelly Zakas and Tyrone Shanker. Tyrone Shanker and Kelly Zakas. I will remember those names eventually. This is the first book in a trilogy, which is kind of summarized in X-Men meets Victorian England. And I've used that to kind of explain a couple books on this channel, but this is more of a situation where X-Men meets Victorian England, but Victorian England doesn't know about X-Men. That makes sense? Whereas like other books like A Shadow Bright and Burning, there's X-Men and then there's Victorian England. Both of them know about each other and kind of run conflicting things. Whereas this one, no one in the like other world knows about the X-Men-y world, and we don't know a ton about the X-Men-y world in this book, which I feel like is my real only like complaint about this book. But it follows our main character who is kind of breaking the norms of Victorian England. She doesn't want to, get married. Her sister's gone missing and she finds out from her parents that her family is bankrupt, and she starts acting in a non-Victorian-y ladylike way in order to find her sister, which is angering her parents because they need her to marry and marry well. And then it is kind of like a chase run to try and find her sister. She knows something sketchy has gone on, and kind of near the second half, last third, we start finding out that, there's lots of these two have powers. They thought they were maybe one thing, but it turns out they're totally different things. And she kind of finds her sister, but over the whole process gets enveloped in a lot of other stuff. And I think, but that's my real beef. You get to the end, you're like, but what exactly was that? But not like in kind of an endearing way. It's kind of like I'm not totally sure that the authors knew what they were talking about or were developing when they wrote this book. But it is a reread for me, and I have read the second book, so I know everything that comes. So it was more just like, it's a launching pad sort of book. But it's a really enjoyable historical fiction mystery. I will give it that. And then it's got these kind of like magical fantasy elements thrown in. And I just really enjoy the main character kind of continuously dealing with like, not just from her parents, but society as a whole being like, you're not acting ladylike. You can't, as an unmarried, 17-year-old, go into a brothel with a man that is not married and definitely not betrothed to you and not expect people to assume things of you. Which I feel like is my beef with a lot of historical fictions, especially Victorian era, where this woman just strides out on her own and she happens to find an attractive, wealthy gentleman who, for some reason, loves that part about her. But then, everyone just kind of seems okay with it at the end. You're like, that's definitely not how it would have gone. Which I feel like this is more realistic on that end. So I think I'm giving this a 4 out of 5 stars, and I'm definitely excited to read number 2, and I own book 3 now, so I'm really excited to read that one whenever I get a chance. P.S. If you're a regular watcher of these videos, then you will notice that the lighting is going to start declining in quality because it's winter in Canada now, and it's literally 2 o'clock in the afternoon, and there's no light. Most of the light that you're getting right now is from a lamp. So I apologize, but I cannot control the sun, and living in northern Canada is what it is. And the second book that I read this week was Empire of Storms, which was another reread for me by Sarah J. Maas. I was like, all right, read Empire of Storms. Next month you'll read Tower of Dawn right at the beginning, and then Kingdom of Ash. But everyone is telling me that they spent the majority of Kingdom of Ash in tears and weren't able to function. Were not able to function for the next several days. So I can't take that emotional stress right now. So we're going to deal with Kingdom of Ash in December when I don't have to work at one of my other jobs, so I'll be able to sit in the basement and cry for 3 days if I need to. So Empire of Storms, Tower of Dawn is November. I'm going to read in November, and then I'm going to just block off a whole week of my life in December for Kingdom of Ash. But we follow Selena, and it is just the continuation of what happened with Queen of Shadows, where, Selena and Rowan, and there's a reveal of their position. But I just love that we get them. We also get, oh my god, I forget their names all the time. Oh, I want to say Lorcan, but I don't think that's right. Oh my god. one of the characters that Rowan was blood betrothed to, that, oh my god, I legitimately can't remember names all of a sudden. Okay, that evil crazy woman that had like a blood pact that trapped Rowan, also trapped another dude, and said dude that, I want to say his name's Lorcan, but I don't think that's it. But he's like looking for Selena and like stumbles upon this girl who's also looking for her, but he's gonna look to try and kill her, but she wants to go like meet her and try and save her, and they start having like a relationship-y eye banging across like a field situation. And I love them in this book, apparently, despite not being able to remember their names. Dear Lord. I also like my love for Lysandra and oh my god. Adian. Or is that Illuminate? Oh my god. Selena's cousin, whatever the heck his name is, it starts with an A. Oh god. Either way, him and Lysandra like getting to know each other and like that, totally here for that. Also, like, oh my god, is it Maeve? Minerva? Minerva's not a character in this book series. Oh my god. The Blackbeak witch that like leaves the coven. Her and Dorian just need to like just be together for forever. I don't know what is wrong with me, but I legitimately can't handle them. It's like the shipping is just, and the romantic tension, I can feel it in my own like actual living room from this book. Okay, it's like, I don't know how Master does it, but she writes romances like so good. Like I can feel it, like tingles in my fingers and my toes, and like, oh, it's so good. But I love all the reveals of like everything that built all of the problems that end up in this whole series, and everything like with the black orbs and black rings and black magic and all that stuff. It was just set up at the beginning, but we get all this of like why it is the way it is and why some sacrifices need to be made. I really, really like that was in this. It's probably my favorite part of this book, despite Dorian and, oh my god, why can't I remember anyone's name? The witch with the M. Yeah, so 5 out of 5 stars. Really excited to read Tower of Dawn because I actually enjoyed that book and I don't hate K-All. So very excited, and yeah. So those are the books that I read this week. Let me know in the comment section down below if you read either of these and what you thought, and I would love to hear what you've read as well. Make sure to check the description box down below. I will link all of these books to their Goodreads pages, and I will link all of my social media. If you follow me, I will follow you